Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on the Camaro again. This is going to be probably the last time you see this for a while. I don't know what else we're going to be doing on it, but today we're going to be doing a full replacement of the injectors. Replace all the injectors because they got one misfiring injector, so we're just going to replace all of them. Even if you have one messing up, you should probably replace all of them every time. Even if it's only one cost for one, I always suggest replace all of them just so everything can be refreshed at one time, not piecing it out, because then you have other problems as well that might pop up once you replace this or this, or you know what I'm saying. It's a domino effect when it comes to cars. They don't just fix themselves or heal themselves. They're not human bodies. So enough talking, let's get to it. All right guys, obviously the first step is going to be to take this cap off, to get this off. I swear this is not clipped in. I don't know why that comes off so easily. So we're gonna sit that down, and as you can see guys, here's the fuel rail right here, all the way back. We're gonna take off as minimal parts as possible to get to the injectors, but we are gonna replace each injector. We're not gonna miss out on any of these. So I'm gonna set the camera up and show you guys my process. Okay, the first thing I want to use to start getting the fuel rail loose is going to be a 10mm right here. You're going to need one of these to get this loose. Crack it right here and then start your wrenching. So I'm gonna get to that. Hopefully you guys can hear me clearly. It's a lot of noise outside right now, but that's going to be the first step, trying to get this loose, and then we're going to go from there. Alright guys, we got another 10 right here to take off. I'm going to show you guys this close up after I get this out of here. Let's see what this one is. Okay, down in here, you got the actual fuel rail mount right here. So this is going to be a 10, and the other one I had to take out is going to be an 8. But it actually goes to the intake, not the fuel rail. But they have a little piece here that you can't really take the intake bolt out without. You can't do the fuel rail bolt without getting the intake one out as well. So this is on the driver's side, just to be clear. So now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna see if we can just rock it loose a little bit, and I'll get back to you guys once I do that. Alright guys, I forgot to film it, but it's another bolt you gotta get out that goes to the fuel rail. One in the back and one in the front, and they're gonna be both on the same side. It mirrors each other. It's not gonna be one not there and the other one's there. But now that we got that loose, now we can just snatch off the fuel rail and start replacing the injectors. Hopefully you guys can see that clear enough, but we're gonna rock this loose really quick. Alright guys, as you can see, I had to get this bracket out the way. Hopefully you can see it. I'll give you guys a close-up in a second. But now that that's out the way, I can move the fuel rail a lot easier and up and down, and without this bracket that's supposed to hold it in place. So now you can see we got it loose. So I'm gonna work around all this stuff as much as I can. If I have to take it out, I will, but if I don't, I don't. So yeah, let's see what happens. Alright guys, we got the old one off camera. That's just one of them, but the rubber seal that goes here came off inside of the fuel rail. So if that happens, you're gonna have to dig it out to get that out of there before you put the new one in there. This is the old one. I'll show you guys the new one, and I'll put a link in the description of where the customer got the replacements from. These are the old ones, I'm sorry. Got the replacements from. I'll put a link in the description just in case you guys are interested. Alright guys, this is the new one. I'm gonna take all of the old ones out first before I put these in. So I'm gonna get to doing that. I might time lapse it, just not to show you guys everything, or just because you might not want to see everything. But these are the replacements. I'm gonna take out all the old injectors before I put this new one into that one spot. So I'm gonna get to doing that, and I'll record that for you guys as well.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, we got all the injectors out. These two came out clean with the rubber intact. There you go, if you can see that. The rubber is intact. But this one, the second one, is gonna need to pry it out. I'll just use something small like this that can get in there easily. And I'm gonna get my hand under here. Get that out of there. Here we go. Got it out. We don't want it falling in the intake, so we got that out of there. So now we can just start putting all the new injectors in and plugging them back in. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Here's the first one. Take the covers off. And also, don't lose these clips because they are important. You gotta slide these on to keep this injector locked in place. So don't lose them. They didn't come with any of the new injectors. Maybe they do with more expensive injectors, but these ones that the client got did not come with them. So it'd be better just to make sure you don't lose those clips. Alright guys, we got the first one in there. It fought me a little bit, but it's in there. So now let's move on to the second one. Force that in there. Straighten my hand up.
Five minutes later.
Alright guys, as you saw, I was struggling with some of those because I did skip a step. I didn't think I was going to need it, but I needed lithium grease to lube up the injectors to get them in there easier and without worrying about the gasket that's in there. You don't want to scar it up or mess it up in any way while you're trying to force it in there like that. So I just had my client run to the store for me and get it. That's what I'm using.
Can't see shit.
I would have liked a different kind, but already started the job, so I can't really be too picky if O'Reilly's or AutoZone only has that kind. But there it is. I put a little bit on there. It might be a little too much, but that's gonna get it in there. I'm gonna wipe it down a little bit more beforehand. All right, we got that on there, and now we're gonna put the clip on there to lock it into place. We have all these done already. I did those off camera. Well, I did some of these on camera, but I took them off and put the lithium grease on them off camera. And now we're gonna do the last one right here, and then we're gonna start on the passenger side. And I didn't remove a lot of this stuff just to show you guys. It might be a little more tedious this way, or it might be a little bit less daunting as well, not taking everything off and just doing it this way. All right guys, we got the Passenger side done. Everything's locked in. It's not fully bolted down, but because we still got to do this side, the passenger side. This is the driver's side. Sorry, my mistake. But this is all buttoned up and it's not fully bolted in, but everything is where it goes. The fuel rail is locked in place, so that's good. But other than that, I'm going to set the camera back up and we're going to start on this side. This clip is very annoying. Every single one of these. There we go. Got the clip out. Hopefully we don't lose any more gas. Got the old one out. I'm just going to continue that process. I really don't feel like taking anything out of the way, at least. I'd rather just keep working around it. Got that one out. Just take all these clips out really quick. This one came. Got that one out. Alright, for the last one. Got that one out. Now let's move on to the clips and get those out. Move you out of the way. second clip out. Sometimes the gloves don't really help you. They just get in the way. It's very important not to drop these clips. Got the third one out. Let's get the last one out. Got the last one out. I know this might be a little bit boring, guys, but I'm just showing you exactly how I'm doing this to get all of these out of here. But I'm gonna toss my gloves back on just because now it's gonna be time to take the actual injectors out. We already took out one. We only have to take out 3 more. Then it's gonna be reversing that same process. And I do these this way just to show you guys, unless you got like giant sausage fingers, no offense to the bigger guys out there, but at least bigger than me. My hands aren't the smallest, but they're kind of skinny and long, so they're a tool within themselves. But everybody might not be able to do it this way. Take these things off like this. So far we haven't lost any gaskets in the fuel rail so far, so hopefully it stays like that. The other side was the problem side. He threw a code on this side anyways. That's what prompted this fuel injector change. Is the third fuel injector on the driver's side was faulty, but I don't really like changing the one fuel injector or the one anything. I don't really like doing that just because it's not the right way to do it. There we go. That's all of them. So I'm gonna reverse that same process and put the new ones in. These are all the old ones. I'm gonna put the new ones in and then reverse that whole process of unbolting the fuel rail from here and here. I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna bolt everything back up on that side as well. Well, the fuel rail, that is. I didn't unbolt anything else really. So I'm gonna redo this whole process on this side that you just saw me do. And now I'm going to, after that, I'm going to bolt these back up on all 4 corners. And yeah, that's the injector job. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the injectors back on. Everything's buttoned down. Everything's where it should be. So we got that done. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the end of the video for the injectors. This is probably going to be a while before you see the Camaro again. But speaking of the Camaro, we're going to be working on this pretty soon. As you can see, it's tilted. The strut is pretty much gone. Try to let that focus. You can see the tire is tilted in. The strut popped loose through the hood, but it fell out the bottom. Obviously, it's no damage to the hood or any body parts, but this is going to be the next vehicle you guys see on the channel pretty soon. Just want to show you guys that again. This is going to be the next video coming up soon. And we still got the SRT4 coming up soon, but this one is coming too. So keep an eye out if you're interested in Ford content. We got a Ford coming soon. But that's the end of the video, guys. If you watched this long, if you watched all the way through, I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I think we're at like 620, 621, I think. I really do appreciate all you guys watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Catch me in the next one. Peace.